Welcome to Thailand and our continuing coverage of the HSBC BWF World Tour season for 2024. It is the second Super 500 event of the circuit, happening right here at the Nimibut Stadium in Bangkok, Thailand. Big treat for Thai badminton fans. That is 19-year-old Wongsapin, mixed doubles new sensation. Picked up a gold medal at the 2023 Asian Youth Team Championships. And I wonder if he's going to make it one day to the end of season HSBC BWF World Tour Finals event. Order of play today for Court 1 on day 3 of the Thailand Open. We're kicking off with the number 1 seeds, Dechapon Puavaranukroh and Sub-Series Taerattanachai taking on Roy King Yap and Valerie Siow from Malaysia. That'll be followed by the men's singles, Eun Long Angus from Hong Kong taking on Zhao Junpeng from China. And we're sticking with the singles, as it's another home player, Busanan Cream Ombangramfan, in the women's singles, taking on Gregoria Marisku-Tunjung, who's been in fine form these last few weeks, the number 3 seed for this week. Men's singles will follow that, Koki Watanabe from Japan taking on Lu Guangzhou, and the men's singles following that will feature, of course, our Thai world champion, Kunlavut Vitisan, the number 4 seed, taking on Long Jun Hao, who delivered well for his country at the recent Thomas Cup, is now back on the World Tour circuit. As we move through the day, there's other big names. Ratchanok Intanon will be taking on Gao Fangji. Kitty Tarakul and Prajongjai, another home pair, will be taking on Kang and Zhang from China. And then we'll be concluding our coverage on Court 1 of day 3 with Junaidi Arif and Roy King Yap making his second appearance on court with the men's doubles against Daniel Lundgaard and Mats Vestergaard. So looking at the mixed doubles draw, this is section 1, the top half of the draw, and you can see there that Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai against Yap and Siow well, the winner of that will play either Vestergaard and Bush or Hidayatullah or Pranata in the quarterfinals. But it is the quarterfinals, pre-quarterfinals round, so everybody is going to be looking to go deeper in this tournament. A lot of big names in the mixed doubles draw. So here they come on to Court 1. First combatants of the day. It's just gone past 9 o'clock in the morning local time here in Thailand. I'm sure plenty of fans are going to be flooding into this Nimibut Stadium, not just today, but over the week as well. And a great pair to watch in action to kick off proceedings. They've won the Thailand Open twice. That was back in the pandemic years of 2020. They've also finished up runner-up a couple of times. Former world number 1s in great run of form. Dechapon and Sub-Series.
Red or black? Black. Red for you. Black. So.
So very much the underdogs, Valerie and Roy. Three courts in action here in Thailand over these opening days of action. 26-year-old Puavaranukroh, born in Chonburi, ranked 6th. Currently has been as high as world number 1, and that was back in 2021 now. Now the years keep plugging away. But they've had a good start, him and his partner here, 32-year-old Sub-Series. Birthday was just last week, in fact, Popo. Quarterfinalists at the Badminton Asia Championships. They were 3rd at the French Open, quarterfinalists at the German Open, and also, of course, picked up titles at India. And that was their first round result. Kim and Lee, 34 minutes, straight games. Pretty comprehensive stuff for them. And the head-to-head between these two pairs is a very slender 1-0 lead to the Thai pair. Now, on the other hand, on the other side of the court, Roy King currently ranked 57 in the world, He's played with Valerie, Siow in the world. Didn't play in last year's tournament. Of course, Sapsiri and Dechapon were finalists last year. But they've also done very well on the Masters circuit. Second at the Spain Masters, first at the Indonesia Masters last year. They also picked up a third place at the Nantes Open in France, and a couple of other quarterfinal appearances as well. So there's a long way to go for them. They're certainly down the pecking order in terms of the Malaysian mixed doubles order. That's their first tournament result, Liu and Chi in 35 minutes. So a good start for them in the qualifiers. Umpire for this one, Manit Jamangkong.
Ready to play.
Joined by service judge Henrik Boas. About ready to get underway here. As I was saying, Yap and Siow, well, they're not Cheng Tangji and Toi Wei. They're not Go and Lai, who are actually ousted just yesterday, the newly married couple, mixed doubles. And of course, they're not Kian Meng and Lai Pei Jing either. Those are that's the pecking order really in Malaysia. But Valerie and Roy trying to cut their way through the ranks. Some Thai coaching staff feeling very comfortable at their home event. So coaches in place, players in place, umpires definitely in place.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Roy King Yap and Siow, Malaysia. And on my left, Dechapon Puavaranukroh and Sapsiri Taerattanachai, Thailand. Siow to serve to Dechapon Puavaranukroh. Level, play.
Wasting absolutely no time, both pairs
Love.
really stuck in. Good opening point for Roy and Valerie. That's where
service
it might
over.
come down to the difference. Unforced errors. Well, it is day 3 of the tournament, as I said already. Some big news that has come out of the Nimibut Stadium. Zhang Yiman in the women's singles, one of the first seeds in the women's singles to be ousted. That was by Sim Eugene, in fact. Esther Wardoyo did some great work at the Thomas Cup or the Uber Cup, I should say, for Indonesia, also out. Anders Antonsen, taken out by Inka Long, #1 seed there. Dispatched off. Pranoy Lokianyu, former world champion, also out in the men's singles. And it's just day 3.
Out. Service over.
And of course, in the mixed,
2-all.
it is about Go and Lai. Sun Wat and Siobhan Lai, Jamie. Just married 11 days ago.
Service over. 3-2.
And meanwhile on court, this has been a very even splitting of points so far. That was always coming back with power. Came up too high.
4-2.
Just can't do that against Dechapon. That's way too high for a man with that kind of power in his right arm. And again, this time switches it up.
5-2.
And they're beginning to pull away. Just a little bit off in that bottom left corner. It's twice now that Puavaranukroh has missed. Possibly a little catchment adrift there. That's good, great court coverage so far by the former world number ones. They are absolutely everywhere. Valerie and Roy are keeping it together, but a couple of spaces turning up, which Puavaranukroh especially has been making the most of them. Well, he might be having some trouble with the left side. He's not having any trouble with the right side, as we see it, of course. Nice flat return by Sapsiri.
9-2.
Caused all the damage. Wonderfully displayed by Sapsiri. Now they're on the attack. Close. It's actually a very, very good attempt by Valerie Siow. Look at where she picks it up from. Very close. Well, that's a wonderful angle for that shot.
Thank you.
So 10-2, heading to the mid-game interval. It's very much been a case of the former world number ones just warming up.
Service over. 3-10.
That was wonderful again from Valerie.
4.
Good vision.
10.
Just took her eye off the shuttle, and this is
10.
A mini comeback for Yapin Siow.
Service over.
So 11-2 at 11-5, sorry, at the break. No significant problems so far for Taerattanachai, Puavaranukroh.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Okay, back on court. Play.
So back on court, fresh from their first round of coaching advice. Let's see if Roy and Valerie can cut into this lead. That's good power from Roy King.
Service over. 6-11.
That's far more like it, taking control of the point.
Service over. 12-6.
Good idea, just
13,
a little too much
6.
juice on that.
Service over. 7-13.
It's a bit of a reprieve for them. Not very often that those serves going long or short, especially from Sub-Syrian Dechapon. Has he got that one? He has.
Service over. 14-7.
Straight down the middle.
15-7.
Hasn't had to venture up to the net at all. Dechapon, he's been very effective in that mid-court to back-court area.
Service over.
Not that time.
15.
Well, they are very much the favorites. Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai to lift the trophy on Sunday. Certainly the highest ranked opponents left in the draw. As I said, a lot of withdrawals this year's edition of the Thailand Open, and that's absolutely expected. Been some big international and continental championships recently, with the Badminton Asian Championships, Thomas and Uber Cup, of course. And now the real focus is on the Paris Olympics. It's just a few months away. So it is unsurprising that a lot of these top players skip this Super 500, and they will be back in action for the Malaysia Masters and the Singapore Open, which are the next two events coming up next week and the week after.
9-16.
So, as I said, it's a great opportunity for some lesser-known pairs and players to really make an impact here in Thailand this week. And that was a very nice shot by Dechapon. He's now up at the front. And as you can see, a little bit more effective from the back. Nice pick up by Dechapon. And that's a good final shot there by Taerattanachai. So the Thai pair looking for their 6th quarterfinal. If they can make it through this match, it'll be their 6th quarterfinal of 2024. Add that to a title and a couple of runner-up finishes in 2023. It's been a good run of results for them in these opening 4 months of the year.
Service over. 11-17.
He'll take that.
18-11.
Oh, that's what Sapsiri does so well.
11.
Just lurking around the net.
Game point 11.
So game point, 9 of them. And they've been churning out these winners. Great regularity. Second half of this first game.
Game.
Great combination there. Sapsiri just setting up where their opponents are going to be.
Taerattanachai, 21-11.
There's the setup. And then Puavaranukroh is launched inside. Fires straight to the body. Look at his movement here as he gets in. Right there. Takes control. Finishes it off. But good setup work by Sapsiri.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
So back on court for game 2. And there are screams of Malaysia coming out from the fans already gathering here at the Nimibut Stadium. Good to see Malaysian fans supporting their national players here in neighboring Thailand. Based on the way Dechapon took that, it's a pretty good guess that he's firing into the wind. Drift patterns will become a little bit more concrete and defined. Of course, out in this Asian leg of the World Tour, they can be very significant. That was wonderful from Roy King.
Service over. 1 on.
Nice from Dechapon.
2-1. Service over.
This is great
2-all.
start to the second game from Roy King Yap especially. He's been taking control. Putting just enough venom into these shots. Offset any reply. Not that time.
Service over. 3-2. Two.
Great nervous service there.
3-4.
Well, still a lot of work to do for Yap and Siow, no doubt, based on the way that first game played out. And they're just not incisive enough. Even if Roy King is getting a little bit more aggressive, they need to be, well, 2 or 3 times more incisive. And they also need to keep those errors under lock and key. But good start, 3-5. Left by Puavaranukroh.
6-3.
Straight to the body. I'm sure she faltered off that.
7-3.
If she didn't, that might have sailed straight past her. That's how close it was. Well, actually, it landed in anyway. So wonderful accuracy again from Dechmon. Had to stretch back to pick that up, but he's on point again. Good reset by Sabziri. Great rally.
Service over. 4-7. Tower. Okay, back on court.
She knew that one might be a bit loose. Just picked it up from behind her hip, really on the right side. Apart from that, they put in a lot of effort, and speed, I think, is the most important factor for Yap and Siow at the moment. So just 4 points back.
Service over. 5-8.
That's much better from Valerie Siow.
6-8.
Steps forward there. Gets that extra tiny bit of angle.
Roy King Jump challenges call out.
So first challenge for the day on court 1. That certainly looked out from up here and on the replay. Yes, it was.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining.
Very interesting that Subsyrian
Service over.
decided to stand at
Play.
the crime scene almost of that challenge, waiting for the result.
Service over. 7-9.
Looking for the line. I can tell you that while this match is progressing, it's all about mixed doubles right now in Wimbledon Stadium. In fact, the quarterfinal opponent for this match that you're watching now is just happening on court 2.
Service over.
Bush,
10-7.
Dayatul and Pranata from Indonesia, who, by the way, the Indonesians have taken the first game 22-20.
Service over. 8-10.
Much closer in the second game as we approach the interval. Valerie Siow again.
11-8.
Couldn't really do anything about that fault. Very smart from Subsiri to aim the second shot was the winner at Valerie.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
So this is it. It is crunch time for Roy King and Valerie Siow. They've performed much better in the second game, but still not enough. And they're now staring at a classic performance by Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai. That should send them into their 6th quarterfinal of the year. So the Badminton Asian Championships, the French Open, the German Open, India, Malaysia. Left well.
13-8.
Oh, it's good from Roy King.
Service over.
Playing a little bit higher up.
9-13.
Not giving up without a fight.
10, 13.
Well, they're just keeping within touching distance. Just need to push through if they can. Try and snatch this second game. It's wonderful from Roy King.
11, 13.
All Sapsiri at the moment. Good rotation by the Thai pair. Great defense by Valerie Siow right till the end.
14, 11.
Unhappy with herself. Straight down for Sapsiri.
15, 11.
Credit to Yap and Siow for keeping it a little bit flatter in this second game. They haven't really had opportunities, the Thai pair, like that. Not as many. But still moving very quickly towards that quarterfinal spot.
Sixteen, 11. Service over. 12, 16.
Oh, with a 4-point buffer, they're going to be not too concerned about a couple of lapses in defense, just like this. Such incredible performance, Sapsiri. Taerattanachai, 32. Actually, might be 33 now. Birthday was last April, in April. But still performs
Service
at the
over.
highest level up at the net.
17, 12.
Reflexes like a cat. But it's not just that, it's also the vision, the awareness that she brings, and there's real stability to their partnership with the big hitting Puavaranukroh clearing up in an arc around her.
Eighteen, 12.
So 18-12. Mistake there by Valerie.
19, 12.
Oh, we've seen it happen so often that the underdogs get a little bit more urgent at the end, trying to snatch points away, but actually falling into the trap that was set for them. Late
Service
take
over.
by Dechabon.
13, 19.
Wow, that looked
14,
suspiciously like it
19.
caught the wind. A very bad read from Dechabon. It's worked for him a couple of times so far in this match, but not that time. So is this possibly the latest comeback for Yap and Siow? I have to say, probably their only chance of a comeback at 19-14.
4,
Make that
service over.
match point.
20,
6
match
of them.
point 14.
Sailing through the air as he does, Puavaranukroh.
Service over, 15-20.
That was so close. Look at this. Oh, you just couldn't see it off the top of your screen, but what a shot.
Thank you. Back on hot.
Well, hats off to Roy and Valerie for not giving up. They're putting everything into this point as well, and they've won that.
16-20.
So that's 2 match points saved. Long way back from here, but as with all things in life, the right amount of effort, right amount of application, and of course focus, maybe might be able to turn this round. Well, it's a mistake in the end, and that future doesn't happen. So 21-11, 21-16, 34 minutes, and it's a 7th quarterfinal for Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai. On they go. Finalists last year lost to Kim and Jong, who aren't taking part this year. Part of a rather large Korean contingent that didn't make it.
Puavaranukroh and subsidiary Taerattanachai, 21-11, 21-16.
So there's confirmation of it, 21-11, 21-16, and the Thai former world number ones are through to the quarterfinals. So after our opening match on court 1, straight games win for Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai. It's the men's singles up next. Long Angus, one of the best performers so far this week, against Zhao Junpeng, China.